As a media production company, we have to move a lot of equipment and a lot of people at the same time. We spoke with Foray Motor Group about what car that there might be in the Ford range that would actually help us to achieve those objectives. Currently, Foray are running a promotion on the Ford Kuga model. It's a 2-litre diesel Titanium X model, which means it's got all the bells and whistles. And they said, why don't you take it out, give it a go and let us know what you think. So we've got it for a few days and we're going to tell you exactly how we've got on. Overall, the car feels light, bright and airy. The sunroof, the interior lighting, they all make it feel like there's plenty of space inside. It's important to stress also that this is a very safe car. It's got a 5-star NCAP rating. Aircon controls are very comprehensive indeed. There's individual zone adjustment for driver and front seat passenger. The front windscreen has got quick clear demisting, and similarly there's heating for the back screen as well. A good thing for the driver and the front passenger is that the seats are heated. Believe you me, that's very welcome in this cold winter. Also down here we have a 12-volt power supply for charging phones. Of major importance to us on those long journeys, the necessary coffee cup holder. The boot can be opened from inside the car with the push button, or there's a simple button on the key that opens the boot electrically as well. Now the boot itself has got a lot of space in it. I like the fact that it's high, it's wide, and there's not too much of an intrusion from the wheel arch. And there's a really low opening sill, which when you're lifting equipment like this is really important. We've got a fair amount of kit there. That's enough equipment for a person to go filming for a day. And we can get it all in the boot quite easily. We've still got loads of room unused here. And of course, we haven't folded the seats down yet. I like the fact that it's got a cover, keeps the kit well protected and out of sight, and it's very easy to release. I'm 5'10", average kind of height, and here in the back there's easily enough room for me to be comfortable. The driver's seat is in the same position as it was when I've been driving the car, so yeah, it's great. And even if it was a taller driver driving it, I think there's still going to be a lot of room for most people. And there's another 12-volt power supply for their use as well. Another nice touch for Ford Kuga passengers in the rear is that the backrest reclines. If you're going to fold the seat, it is split 2/3, 1/3, and when it's folded, it's a very easy mechanism and it folds flat. The Titanium X is fitted with cruise control, and there's a speed limiter too, which is very handy, particularly in areas such as central London where there's speed cameras seems like every few hundred yards. Phone controls are handily placed on the steering wheel. The Ford's fitted with the start-stop engine technology, which means you don't need to use your key. You can just push the button and away you go. Now, one of the first things you'll notice about this car is that it's got the panoramic sunroof. It's fantastic. It allows a lot of light into the car and makes it feel really bright and airy. I really like it, and I really like that it opens as well, unlike on some other 4x4s that we've driven in the past. The driving position is good, it's comfortable. I like the big mirrors, and there's a good clear view out of the back mirror. So far, so good. The seats, when you first feel them, they seem like they might be a bit hard, but actually when you sit on them, they're really comfortable. The thigh support could be a little bit longer, but generally it's not bad, and so far we've driven it from Poole to London and back. It's been very good. We spend a lot of time in the car, and we need to be in contact with our customers. The TV news networks, for example, might well have a last-minute change of plan depending on what's happening in the world, and we might need to go to a completely different location at short notice. So connectivity of Bluetooth is very important to us. My smartphone connected up very easily, no fuss, no bother. My address book was downloaded to it straight away, and it worked. I also like the fact that you've got Bluetooth audio included. I'm not sure that my colleagues agree with my choice of music, but at least it's clear. Another thing that appeals to me is that it's got DAB radio built in. I listen to a lot of football on the radio. Radio 5 Live is available on digital. Gone are the days now of that crackly medium wave transmission that you keep losing every few minutes. On a trip from Poole to London, we found that the DAB signal held up really well, no problem at all. A small point that I'd like to mention about it though is that for my liking there's rather too many buttons, and I think they need to improve that. Now the Ford Kuga's not going to win any races at traffic lights, but it's surprisingly nippy, and in day-to-day driving it doesn't cause us any problems at all, and that is especially good considering it is a 2-litre engine and it is an automatic box. You certainly don't feel like you're really struggling in this car. We found that going up hills when the car's fully laden with people and a good complement of our equipment, there's no difficulty whatsoever. Now that's certainly better than some 4x4s that we've driven. I wouldn't describe myself as a motoring enthusiast. I'm rather the kind of person that likes to get from A to B in comfort, and this car fulfills that objective quite nicely actually. My 6-year-old little girl got in this the other day for the first time, and the very first thing that she said to me was, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy, it's got trays on the back of the seat. Can we have it?" It's amazing what kids want, isn't it? She sits on a booster seat, but for smaller children there's ISOFIX fixings as well. We've had the Ford Kuga Titanium X for about a week now. We've racked up, unbelievably, a fair few hundred miles in it, and I've had a good chance to give it an overall evaluation. As you can see, at the moment we've been averaging 33.3 miles per gallon, and that's been in some pretty intense traffic in central London. I've been pretty pleased with it. It's comfortable, it's spacious, it's light and bright. It's a good family car, it's practical. There's not a lot to complain about. It looks nice, and beautiful colour, this blue as well. And yeah, overall, I think if you're looking for a car of this type, it's certainly well worth considering.